Well, thank you, Norm, and I want to start by thanking you and the panel for stepping up to the challenge of conducting this assessment of the future of U.S. participation in human spaceflight. The President is grateful to you for this service. I'm grateful. NASA Acting Administrator Chris Scalise is grateful, and I'm sure the nominee for Director of NASA, General Bolden, would be grateful too if he were allowed to comment publicly on anything before his confirmation. I want to start by emphasizing, to put this in context, the importance that President Obama places on science and technology in general as keys to the country's ability to address the great challenges we face across a very wide array of issues, as you know, including the economy, health, energy, climate change, other resource and environmental issues, national and homeland security. We face a truly daunting array of challenges across these domains, and only with a major contribution from innovation driven by science, engineering, and indeed the social sciences as well, are we going to be able to meet those challenges effectively. Our capabilities in space are a very important part of that. I like to think of our capacity to meet that whole array of challenges as defined by a set of cross-cutting foundational capabilities, which include the health of our great fundamental research institutions, our research universities, national and private laboratories, the capabilities of our infrastructure, information technology, transportation, communications, energy, the capacity of our teaching institutions in science, technology, engineering, and math education from preschool to grad school and beyond. And I think of space as one of those foundational cross-cutting sets of capabilities that are essential to our ability to meet the full array of applied challenges that we face. Space, of course, is also a marvelous venue for expanding fundamental knowledge, for improving our understanding of the universe and our place in it. It's a wonderful vantage point for looking down as well as looking up, for understanding what's happening on the surface of the Earth, whether it be changes in land use, emissions of various pollutants, activities that we need to understand to monitor our arms control agreements, a huge array of important functions of looking down. Space is also, historically and in the present, a way of inspiring the next generation to take an interest in science, technology, engineering, and math. It fulfilled that function admirably during the space race, when a whole generation of scientists and engineers, including, I should say, myself, were inspired to go into science and technology, in part because of the attractions and the lure of space. It continues, along with other challenges, to be able to play that role. And of course, human spaceflight is a particularly important component of that. The extraordinary capabilities, the extraordinary achievements. One only had to look at the shuttle mission to the Hubble, most recently, 5 spacewalks, extraordinary accomplishments in fixing things that were never designed to be fixed in space by astronauts using their ingenuity and responding on the spur of the moment to the conditions they faced. Underlined why it is, always has been, and always will be important to be able to put human beings in space. Robotic space exploration is important too. The other missions of NASA are important in fundamental science, in Earth observation, in aeronautics, but we have to maintain the viability of our human spaceflight program. The President is determined to do that. He's committed to human spaceflight. He's excited by human spaceflight. He has spoken with the astronauts while they were in orbit in each mission that has taken place since he was inaugurated. He'll continue to do that. He met with the Discovery astronauts after they returned. I'm sure we'll meet with the Atlantis astronauts as well. This is a president who gets it. He understands the importance of space. He understands the importance of human spaceflight. He was clear in his campaign and since about his commitment to continue U.S. leadership in space, to go back to the moon, other destinations beyond low Earth orbit. And so the work of this panel is truly important to the President, important to me, important to the leadership of NASA, as a way of making sure that we have assessed all of the reasonable options for our human spaceflight program going forward, to make sure we have the best answers possible to the question of how to minimize the gap in our capacity to put U.S. astronauts into space on U.S. launchers, the gap that will ensue after the scheduled end of the shuttle program at the end of 2010 and the beginning of the capacities to put U.S. astronauts in space in the Constellation program. The panel will be looking at the challenges of how to utilize the International Space Station after 2016. It will be looking at the various kinds of balancing that have to be done in NASA in an environment of constrained budgets among the different missions and the different components of NASA's activities. It is a daunting challenge for the panel, but one, when I review the qualifications of this extraordinary group, one which I really could not imagine finding a more qualified set of people to address this set of issues. Of course, one possibility is that the panel will conclude that the course we're already on is the best one available, and we will stay on it. It may also conclude that there are variations that should be pursued. I know that this panel, with its extraordinary set of abilities and the independence and integrity of all of its members, will tell us whatever it is they think we need to hear about those options going forward. We are looking, as Norm and the panel already know, to get the panel's findings by sometime in August, in order to be able to influence a whole series of decisions that the NASA leadership and the administration will be making going forward. That timing, too, is a great challenge, and again, all I can do is express my gratitude and the President's and that of Chris Scalise, who for understandable reasons happens to be in Florida at the moment, to the panel for taking this on. I know that what you find will be of immense use to us as we figure out how to move forward in the most expeditious way with this immensely important program. So thank you again very much, and thank you all in the audience for coming to this first public meeting of the Human Spaceflight Review.
John, thank you very, very much for being here and for the support you and your office have given to us. And I think about all the challenges our nation faces, space being just one of them. So many of them are rich in technology and science, and we couldn't have a better person in the position of advising the President on those issues than Dr. John Holdren. So again, John, thanks for being here, and thanks for what